All right, so very good. Okay. My handwriting is actually very nice, but not so nice here. Okay. All living things will die one day. Living things may die. Okay, good. Because of old age, illnesses, accidents, or what?
Attacked.
By predators.
Attacks.
Attacks. Good. Do you know what are predators?
Yes.
What are predators? Giselle?
I don't really know how to explain, but I know.
You know. Okay. Gordon wants to answer this one, right? Gordon, what are predators?
A predator is an animal that is higher in the food chain that eats smaller animals. So, like otters eating fish, they are higher in the food chain, and fish are lower. So, whatever is higher will eat whatever is lower, and so on and so forth.
Right. So it's more like the animal that eats something else. That's the predator. So what about the animal that is eaten? What do you call it?
Prey. It's
Prey. Good. Not pray, P-R-A-Y, as in pray to God, that pray, no? It's P-R-E-Y. Okay, you will learn this later part. So if you don't know what are predators, what are preys, don't worry yet, okay? But you need to know over here, these are animals that eat other animals. So all living things have it's just an alphabet A. It may seem a little bit tough, okay? But we are looking at this topic from parents to young. From parents to young, parents produce the young, give birth to young.
All living things have the ability to reproduce.
Good.
All living things have the ability to reproduce.
Yes. That's right. Okay. The word produce, reproduce. Why reproduce instead of produce?
It's a cycle. Constantly.
Cycle. What does it mean by cycle? Why is it that reproduce? It can happen repeatedly, right? It can happen again and again. Yeah, that's why there's a cycle. There's a trend. There's a pattern to it. Very good. Okay, so they reproduce to ensure
the continuity.
Very good. Continuity of their kind. Right. Why is this important? Why is continuity important? Why is reproduction important?
It's not, there won't be any people.
If you're talking about humans, yeah, then there won't be any other people if we don't ensure, the humankind has a continuity, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's something like that. Yeah, it keeps going. So life can continue. The generation go on one after another. Zihao, are you okay, Zihao? Zihao, if you want to talk, you also can, Okay, if they are talking too much, maybe I will stop them. Then I'll say, okay, Zihao, I want to hear from you. Yeah, Zihao, you also can contribute. Okay, don't worry about it. Anytime you feel that, or I feel that there are too many people contributing the answers, then I might request that you all stop. Then give the quieter ones some chance, like Sam, Ziran, Yinshen, and Zihao not talking, right? I see Giselle, Teja, right? Teja? How do you pronounce? Teja, yes. And then Gordon is also very active. Gordon say never watched the video, but he is giving a lot of answers. Correct? So I know that he reads widely. He has been reading his books and also surfing the net to find information. Am I right to say that? Good. I like that. And I want all of you to do the same thing. Yeah, you have your digital all the devices. Don't just watch YouTube videos, play games. You can watch YouTube videos, but look for scientific videos that will help you in your studies. Learn more things. All right. A lot of students will ask me question, what is this? What is that? So I will say something to them. You have your handphone, you have your iPad, you even have your computer. You are always on the net. Right now, but how come you're not Googling the answers yourself? I will ask them back. Okay, so I expect you to do the same thing. I want you to, okay, whenever you see any terms you're not sure of, Google it. Then you come to class, you can tell me about it, you can share with your friends. Is it okay? Right, let's move on. So if living things do not reproduce fast enough to replace their deaths, their kinds will eventually die out or become extinct. Okay? Right. You must know how to spell all these words. In science, the marking goes like this. If you are very bad at spelling, don't worry so much. Okay, I'm going to assure you today, so long as the teachers or the person who is marking your script, marking your exam paper, can understand the word that you're writing, then they will give you the marks, or he or she will give you the marks. Okay, so if you spell a little bit wrongly, for example, I spell it as EXTENCT, can still make out that it's extinct, right? They will still give you the marks. Okay. Some of these animals include dinosaurs, doodles, Tasmanian tigers, saber-toothed tigers, woolly mammoths, etc. So you look at all these are all extinct animals. Some animals that do not reproduce fast enough are fast disappearing from the surface of the earth. They are in danger of extinction and are known as
endangered.
endangered. Okay, already you see the word danger, right? That's how I will try to find answer. Okay, known as endangered animals. Some of these animals include black rhino, Malayan tiger, bluefin tuna, etc. These animals are endangered due to diseases, destruction of their habitats, and diseases are like sickness, destruction of habitats. Destruction of habitats can be natural disaster. It can also happen if human beings were to do something that is unfavorable. All right. What will human beings do to get their food?
Poaching? No.
Okay.
Overhunting.
Overhunting. If you are going to look at the video, okay, you can actually find the video in the portal. You can find the answers. All right, overhunting. Okay. Right, so these are some of the animals we are talking about. When living things reproduce, some characteristics, or I mentioned this word just now. I said that we are going to learn yes, heredity, traits, etc. Right? Characteristics also known as character traits. So in short, we just call it traits of the parents and pass on to the young. We say the young inherit these characteristics from the parents. The transfer of traits from parent to young is called
Heredity.
Heredity. Okay, good. Parents pass on traits to their young through structures called
genes.
Or genes. Oh, no, genes.
So you want to use genomes, but genes is okay, right? So genes found in the nuclei of cells. Nuclei is actually from the word nucleus. One nucleus, many nuclei, plural form. When you learn cells, right, you will learn about the different parts in the cell. Then you will also identify the nucleus. Nucleus actually contain all the genes, all the information, very important. Whether you will have black hair, you will have, a sharp nose, etc. All these are found in the genes, right? Okay, so these are the common traits that we are talking about. Okay, if you look at your thumb, okay, mine is a very obvious, it's a straight thumb. No matter how I try to bend, I cannot. No matter how I try very hard, I cannot. I cannot bend backwards. Any of you have the hitchhiker's thumb? Oh, can you see your friend here? Giselle, Yunshan's one is very curved. Okay, so very clearly, okay, Teja is like mine. Teja, see, mine also. Right. How about Gordon? Gordon, yours is halfway, curved a little bit, but not entirely straight. Okay, so yours is in between. How about Zihao? Or Zihao or Zihao? Zihao.
Yeah.
Zihao.
Yeah.
Can I see your tongue?
It's a straight tongue.
Straight. Okay. It's okay. Me also. It doesn't affect anything, right? Can you roll your tongue? How many of you can do that? I can do it too. Right, good, good. And if you actually look at your hair, mine is actually very clear. Okay, it's the widow's peak, like this. Some Giselle doesn't have, right? So you can go and check your parents' forehead also, the hairline here. Check your parents.
My mother has, but I don't have, but my father doesn't have also.
Right, right. So you can check your siblings, huh? Yeah.
Yeah,
so
my little brother also doesn't have.
also doesn't have I see.
Yeah, me and my little brothers follow my father, and when I ask them why most of the traits following from us are following my father, and then I think they say because the father last time the father's one is more. I don't know.
I also don't know, but what I understand is the dominant and the recessive gene thing. Okay, if it's dominant, then it will appear. If it's recessive, sometimes it will appear, but very seldom. Okay, now, if you look at this particular slide, okay, these are the less obvious traits like the blood group intelligence. It's not written on your face, right? It's not written on your face. I am very smart. I will score AL1 for all my subjects. It's not written on your forehead. You can't see. Okay, you can't tell that, for example, for myself, you can't tell that, okay, I actually led the science department before, right? You can't tell that I've taught for 20 years or so. You can't tell that, Gordon is someone who's so interested in science, always reading and finding out about information around the world. Okay, blood group also. I'm an A+. All right, then my mom is A+, my father is actually O+. Okay, so you can go and learn about this. If you want to know more, because I cannot go through everything during our lesson, you can go and Google, find YouTube videos that can explain all this.
Forgot my blood group. I'm O+.
This one is very unique, Giselle. This one, a thumbprint, okay, very, very unique. So everybody's thumbprint will be different. It is, of course, there are certain patterns that look similar, right? But generally still different. Okay, I actually conducted this particular activity for my students previously when I was teaching in the secondary school. I run this CSI, okay, activity. So students, they are given a scenario. They need to find the murderer, right? So they have to do a lot of tests. And one of the tests is actually to identify the thumbprint, all right, and other fingerprints also. So as they are supposed to do a lot of assessment, testing, then a lot of other experiment to find the murderer. Very interesting. Okay, so some of these traits are not inherited. Like, for example, I have long hair. Right? I can't say, oh, I inherited from my father. I inherited from my grandmother, from my mother. Not fair to say that, right? Tomorrow I cut my hair, then I inherited my hair from who? Okay, so certain things we cannot say that it's being inherited. But the color of my hair, I can actually say, well, everybody in the family has got dark brown hair, so do I. Yes, Gordon.
Actually, I just wanted to say, because I remember because you're talking about